Hi lovely, so welcome back to another beautiful tutorial. So on this tutorial I'm going to be making this beautiful wrap gown that you see me putting on. So if this is something you're interested to learn how to make, just keep watching the video to the end. And if it's your first time you are coming across my channel, please do wait to hit on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload new videos. And to my returning subscribers, thank you guys so much for always watching my video. Thank you. So you're welcome back. So for you to be able to make this wrap gown, you'll be needing 4 yards of any fabric that you are making use of. So I'm making use of light chiffon fabric. So that is what we are going to be using. And guys, we'll be paying more attention on the down parts. So guys, this is the piece of the fabric that we'll be using to cut the upper part. I've already cut it. As you can see, it's on fold. So we are going to be cutting the upper part. So guys, we'll start by drawing a line there. That line will be serving as our shoulder line and our starting point. So guys, I have a full tutorial on how to draft a wrap top on my channel. So I'll be dropping the link on the description box. So now we'll be placing our tape there and we'll be marking our shoulder line. We're marking our shoulder line there. And then we'll be taking our neck width of 3 inches. So this is the back part that we are drafting first, and our neck depth of 1.05 inches. So we'll go ahead and connect it together. So guys, I'm sorry that you can't see the chalk very well. I'm just trying my best so that I won't make a mess of this fabric. You know, I'm working with a white fabric. So at that shoulder part, we'll be coming down by 1 inches for our shoulder slant. You go ahead and connect it to your neck width. Now I'll be placing my tape there and I'll be taking my upper chest line. I'll go ahead and insert my upper chest line of 7.05 inches. So go ahead and draw it. So at that upper chest line, you'll be connecting it to that shoulder part like that. So I'm just trying to make it more possible for you guys to see the lines. Then I'll be inserting my bust circumference at that point. So it's my bust circumference divided by 4. I'll insert it there. Then I'll connect it to that line that I draw like this to form our armhole. And guys, as I said earlier, this is the back part that we are drafting. So you don't need to go in by any ½ inch at that shoulder, at that armhole part. You just draft it. Then I'll be inserting my waist circumference there. And I'll go ahead and join it to the chest line. So just go ahead and join it up like this. So I insert my waist at that down part, then I'll go ahead and add my seam allowance of 1 inches at the waist and also at the chest line, and I'll go ahead and connect it. So this is my seam allowance that I just add right now. Then I'll be placing my tape at that shoulder so the full length of my upper part. So the length of my upper part is 16 inches and I have extra ½ inch for the joining. So I'll just go ahead and cut this out. So guys, we'll be using this back part to cut our front. As I said earlier, I have a detailed tutorial on how to cut a wrap dress, a wrap top on my channel. I'll be leaving the link at the description box for you to go ahead and see it. So this other piece that I'm bringing out right now, this is what we'll be using to cut our front part, and as you can see is more wider than that of the back part. So go ahead, and it's also on fold. So it's on fold. So go ahead and place our back piece on it like this. Like this, as you can see. And when I place my back piece there, you will notice that there is extra allowance at that front part. So that is what that will help us to create our overlap. That will help us to make our wrap dress. So the extra inches I added is 5.05 inches. So now we'll just go ahead and start taking our measurements. So I'll be placing my tape at that shoulder line like that. I'll be going down for my front neckline by 7 inches. So I'll be going down for my front neckline by 7 inches. As you can see me drawing out. Then I will mark my neck width like this, and I'll go ahead and mark that midpoint there. So I'll be bringing that inside and I'll be forming a V shape there. So from that neck width that I marked to that neck depth, so I'll go ahead and join it together to form our front neckline. So guys, I'm just trying as much as I can so you guys can see this chalk. Then at that down part, I'll be coming up by 3 inches. So that 3 inches is where I'll be adding up our rope for the for this particular wrap dress. So I'll go ahead and connect it to that point that I came up by 3 inches for. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'll be using half inch to join this dress to the down part, and the remaining half inch I'll be using it to turn up the neck part. So I'll be left with just 2 inches. So our rope will be around 2 inches. So I'll just go ahead and cut it out, and that will be all for the front part for now. And we are going to enter into the cutting of the down part, which is the measure part that we are going to be paying our attention on. So I'll just go ahead and drop this one aside. So guys, for this down part, as you can see, I already have a sketch here. So at this skirt part, our waist circumference is 32. So that's our waist circumference. So our waist circumference is 32 inches. Now we are going to be adding extra allowance that will be forming our overlap for the skirt part. Now this is the upper part, so this is our center part here, and remember that we have an extra inches that we added for that overlap, which is 5.05 inches. Now this 5.05 inches will be applied for the both side of this dress, which is going to be giving us 11 inches. So 5.5 inches times 2 will be 11 inches. So we'll go ahead and add it up to our waist circumference, and we are going to be having 43 inches total of our waist circumference. Now we are going to be adding extra 1 inch allowance for the joining at the side. So we'll be having 44 inches. Then we are going to be dividing these 44 inches, as you can see. We'll go ahead. Now our total waist circumference I'll be working with is 44 inches. And because we are going to be folding this fabric in such a way that we'll be cutting out 180-degree flare, we are going to be dividing this by 3.14 inches. 3.14 inches. That's what we are going to be dividing it by, and we'll be having 14 inches for our waist circumference. Now we want to determine the length of our skirt part. So the total length of this dress is 45. I hope you understand what I mean. The total length of this dress is 45. So if you then we'll go ahead, this 45, now we'll go ahead and deduct our upper part of 16 inches, which is our half length of 16 inches. Then we are going to be left with 29 inches. So if you deduct your 16 inches from 45, you'll be left with 29 inches. Then you go ahead and add your waist circumference of 14 inches. As you can see, we'll be having 43 inches. So this is the length we are going to be cutting. But mind you, we'll go ahead and minus 10 inches for the down ruffles, because we are going to be having an additional down part for this dress that will be cutting in a form of a flex. That's part that I'm showing you right now. So you'll be minusing 10 inches from that 43 inches. So you will now be left with 33 inches. So that is what we are going to be cutting for total. So guys, we'll go ahead and fold our fabric like this. So this is how we're going to be folding it. As you can see, it's on fold. We are fold it once. So I said we'll be folding this to cut 180-degree flare, not 360. So you go ahead and pick one of the edge and fold it again. So this fabric will now be folded into 4 like this. So be folded into 4 like this. So this is how to cut your 180-degree flay if you do not know. So now I'll be placing my tape at that point. You can see. Then I'll go ahead and mark out my waist circumference. When I place it, I'm marking my waist circumference of 14 inches. So I'll go ahead and mark 14 inches all round. So guys, in case if you're not seeing my chalk, I'm so sorry. I'm working with a white fabric and I wanted to cut this directly on my fabric because I was short of pattern paper by the time I was shooting this video. So that is my waist circumference. Then I'll go ahead and also place my tape at that same point to mark out the length of my flip. That is the remaining length of my skirt path, which is 33 inches. We're just going to mark out 33 inches. So I'll be marking it at that point, but I'll be adding extra allowance at that point that I'll be using to join the remaining part of the down skirt. So that is what I'm marking, guys. I'm just marking out the full length in a circular form like this. So I'll just go ahead and cut it out. So that is all. I'll just go ahead and cut it out like this. And I'll also be cutting out the mouth part as well. So guys, now we want to form a sort of a C curve at that center front part, and I'll be using both the part that have an opening already, because the part that doesn't have an opening will be joining that our back part, because our back does not have any zipper allowance for this wrap dress. So just go ahead and use my chalk and form a sort of a C curve like that. So guys, I'm just trying to have a guide for you. When I cut it out, you will see that I don't want to use my chalk and write much on this fabric because it's going to make it very dirty and it might stain it because I'm working with a white fabric. So just go ahead and do something. Just curve it a little at that point so that it will help to give it that wrap effect. And I want mine to be open at the down part, so that was why I went in that much. So I'll just cut it out and you'll see the shape. And mind you, I'm just cutting just the front part. You can see I cut just the front part. The part that will be putting at the back part won't be having any curve or any opening. So I'll just notch that part to be the center part like this. Then I'll go ahead and open this up a little. So guys, I'll be taking my waist circumference at that point for the back. That is my waist divided by 4 plus 1 inch allowance. So my waist divided by 4 is 8 plus 1 inch 9. So I'm going to mark 9 there. I want to separate this fabric. You remember that this fabric will be having side joining so that we can able to tie our rope. So we can able to tie the wrap together. So I'll just go ahead and I'll be cutting it out at that point that I mark 9 inches. I'll just cut it up straight like this. So this piece now is for the back part. As you can see, I'm having 9 inches there. So this one is for the back part. Then this remaining one will be for the front part. So the one that has opening at the front. So I'm having my waist circumference plus side inch allowance, and I'm also having my 5.05 inches at that point as well for the overlap extension. So I'll just go ahead and bring the front part for you guys to see. So guys, I've joined the front and the back shoulder together so that I can able to fold in the neck part as you see. So I'll just go ahead and bring the skirt part and I'll be joining it to that waist part like this. I'll be joining it to the waist part. I can see. I'll just go ahead and pin it down. I'll just be pinning down that part. So I'll join it like this. So if your waist part isn't looking that nice, just trim it out. Then I'll also be joining the front part to the front part, making sure that the side that have that C front will be joined at the center front. The side that have the C curve will be joined at the center front. So just go ahead and pin it down like this. So I'll just go ahead and trim at that part so that it will fit in perfectly at that point. So I'll be doing the same thing at the other side as well. So I'll be taking this my sewing machine. I'll be joining the down and also be closing the side of this dress. So guys, I'm done joining the down part and also the side of the dress. You can see that C curve. So guys, I'll go ahead and measure where I want my flanks to start from. So mine will be reaching the waist part. So it will be starting somewhere from that down part that I made the curve. From there, that is where I'll be joining it to. And I'll just measure it round as I'm showing you. And I'll go ahead and cut out what that I'll be using for my flounce. So I'll just go ahead and measure it out. So guys, this is what I'll be using to cut out the flounce. So when I measure mine, I was having 76 inches. Yeah, I was having 76 inches. So I'll just go ahead and fold it. So it's on fold. I'll be folding it into four again. Guys, just look at how I fold this so that I cut out a perfect flounce for it. So it's now folded into four. So this one is folded in a sort of a way that you are cutting your 360-degree flare, and I went ahead to fold it again. So see what I did is folded into four already, like someone that is cutting a 360-degree flare, and you fold it again. Now it's folded into eight. So now whatever that you have, if you divide it by 6.228, 6.28, you will divide whatever you have by 2 again for you to be able to cut out a perfect circumference there. So I'll be marking 5 inches for mine, for my waist circumference, for the circumference that I'll be using to join that. So I'll be marking 5 inches there. Then from there, I'll be taking the full length, which is 10 inches. And I also went ahead to add 1 inches for it, for the down folding and also for the joining to the upper part of the skirt. So this is the piece that we're using to complete our skirt part for this particular wrap dress that you see. So I'll just go ahead and cut it out. So I hope you guys understand one or two that I'm doing here. Don't mind the chalk part. I didn't want to dirty my fabric, and I'm so sorry for that. So I'll go ahead and cut it out at that point. So you can see I'm having two inside. So I'll just go ahead and split it up open. So I'll just go ahead and open it up at that part so that we can be able to join the two flanks together. So sorry, I didn't open the other one. So I'll go ahead and open it out again. So once I'm done opening it out like this, I'll go ahead and join the two flanks together. I'll go ahead and join it together, and I'll be bringing it so that we can join it to the remaining part of the skirt part of this dress, of this wrap dress. So this is what it's looking like. You can see how long it is, and this will be enough for me to use for my flounce. So this is what we are going to be using. So guys, I will start from that point that I show you guys to start marking, but I'll be bringing the center part of the flanks, the center part of the back, and I'll be matching it up like this. Then I'll go ahead and stitch it all through to the point I want it to end. So guys, I'm done stitching it, so don't mind that shape that you're seeing. That I'll just use my scissors to blend it in like that to make a curve, because I didn't stitch this to the end. So my weaving machine will do justice to this part that you see that is rough like that. So this is what it's looking like, and this is what the flounce is looking like. You saw it on me earlier, and I think you like it. So guys, this is for the sleeve part. So I didn't have time to show you guys how I cut it. So this is just a 360-degree flare. I used my armhole circumference to cut the circumference of it, and the length was 5 inches. And these are my ropes. So I'll go ahead and attach my rope to it. to the part that I've dropped for that. So I'll go ahead and attach it there like this, as you see me doing. And once I'm done attaching it there, I'll also be attaching it to the other part as well. So I'll be attaching it to the other part as well. Then I'll also be adding my sleeve. So guys, this is what the sleeve is looking like. I hope you can see it. So this is what the sleeve is looking like, and this is the rope. So for you to put on this dress, you'll be having an opening at one side of the side joining like this, and you pass the other side there and you bring it out at that point. So at this point, I have not yet created an opening at that part. So guys, if this video was helpful and you learn one or two from it, please do wait to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you are yet to subscribe. Thank you.